Hello viewers, welcome to our channel Career Prep. In this video, we'll solve a few miscellaneous problems on the topic time, speed and distance. These questions are the ones where marks can be scored easily if practiced well. So understand the concept clearly. Before we begin, please subscribe to our channel. Also press the bell icon to get notifications as soon as we post a new video. So let's start. Two trains A and B start simultaneously in opposite direction from 2 points P and Q and arrive at their destinations 16 and 9 hours respectively after their meeting each other. At what speed does the second train B travel if the first train A travels at 120 kilometers per hour? So here you are given four options and you have to find out which of these options is the correct one. So here you are asked to find the speed of the second train B. Now it's given that A's speed is 120 kilometers per hour and it starts from point P, and after meeting train B it takes 16 hours to reach point Q. So T1 is 16 hours. Simultaneously, train B starts from point Q, but we do not know the speed of train B. But after meeting train A, it takes 9 hours to reach point P. So T2 is 9 hours. So now we have to find B's speed. Now B's speed can be found out using the formula A speed divided by B speed is equal to square root of T2 divided by square root of T1. Now substituting all these values in this formula, we get 120 divided by B speed is equal to square root of 9 divided by square root of 16. Now square root of 9 is 3 and square root of 16 is 4. On cross multiplication, we get B speed is equal to 4 multiplied by 120 divided by 30, and on solving we get B speed as 160 kilometers per hour. So the correct answer is option B, 160 kilometers per hour. Ajay and Vijay start running towards each other from two opposite ends of a street, and after crossing each other take 36 and 49 seconds respectively to reach the opposite ends. How long does Ajay take for the entire journey? You are given four options here and you have to find out which of these options is the correct one. So here you are asked to find how long Ajay takes for the entire journey. Now let's draw a diagram to understand the problem clearly. Now Ajay and Vijay start running towards each other from two opposite ends of a street. So Ajay uh, starts running from this end towards Vijay, and Vijay starts running from this end towards Ajay in this direction. Now they meet at point P, and after meeting Ajay takes 36 seconds to reach the other end of the street, whereas Vijay takes 49 seconds to reach the other end of the street. Now here we are asked to find how long Ajay takes to cover the entire journey from this end of the street to this end of the street. Now we know that in such cases, the formula to be used is Ajay's speed divided by Vijay's speed is equal to square root of T2 divided by square root of T1. Here we do not know Ajay and Vijay's speed, but T1 is 36 seconds and T2 is 49 seconds. So we'll substitute these values in the formula. So Ajay's speed divided by Vijay's speed is equal to square root of 49 divided by square root of 36, which is nothing but 7 by 6. So Ajay's speed is to Vijay's speed is 7 is to 6. Now we know that speed is directly proportional to distance. So here the ratio of this Ajay's speed and Vijay's speed is 7 is to 6. So distance is covered when the meet is also in the same ratio 7 is to 6. This means that Ajay has covered 7 units from the starting point till the meeting point, and he has covered 6 units from the meeting point to the other end of the street. Now it's given that to cover these 6 units, Ajay takes 36 seconds. So to cover 6 units, Ajay takes 36 seconds. So he takes 6 seconds to cover 1 unit. Now, here we are asked to find how long Ajay takes for the entire journey. So, for the entire journey, Ajay has traveled 7 units plus 6 units, that is 13 units. Now, we know that he covers 1 unit in 6 seconds. So, to cover 13 units, he would take 13 multiplied by 6, which is 78 seconds. So, for the entire journey, Ajay takes 78 seconds. So the correct answer is option C, 78 seconds. A train can travel 50% faster than a car. Both start from point A at the same time and reach point B 75 kilometers away from A at the same time. On the way, however, the train lost about 12.5 minutes while stopping at the stations. What is the speed of the car? Here you are given 4 options and you have to find out which of these options is the correct one. So here you are asked to find the speed of the car. So let the speed of the car be x kilometers per hour. Now it's given that the train can travel 50% faster than the car. So speed of the train is 150 divided by 100 multiplied by x, which is nothing but 3x by 2 kilometers per hour. Now it's given that the distance traveled is 75 kilometers. Now we know that time is equal to distance divided by speed. Now we know the speed of the car is x kilometers per hour and distance traveled is 75 kilometers. So the time taken by the car uh, to travel from A to B is 75 divided by x. Now speed of the train is 3x by 2 kilometers per hour and distance traveled is 75 kilometers. So time taken by the train to travel from A to B is 75 divided by 3x by 2 hours. Now we know that the train can travel 50% faster than the car, but still both the train and the car have reached point B at the same time. This is because the train lost about 12.5 minutes because of stopping at the stations. So this difference in the time is because of the train stopping at the stations. So 75 by x minus 75 divided by 3x by 2 is equal to 12.5 minutes. Now 12.5 minutes when converted to hours is 125 divided by 10 multiplied by 60. On solving this equation, we get x is equal to 120 kilometers per hour. So speed of the car is 120 kilometers per hour. The correct answer is option C, 120 kilometers per hour. It takes 8 hours for a 600-kilometer journey if 120 kilometers is done by train and the rest by car. It takes 20 minutes more if 200 kilometers is done by train and the rest by car. Find the ratio of the speed of the train to that of the car. Here you are given 4 options and you have to find out which of these options is the correct one. So here you are asked to find the ratio of the speed of the train to that of the car. Now we do not know the speed of the train and speed of the car. So let the speed of the train be x kilometers per hour and that of the car be y kilometers per hour. We know that time is equal to distance divided by speed. Now in the first instance, 120 kilometers is done by the train at a speed of x kilometers per hour. So the time taken by the train is 120 by x and the rest by car. So the total journey is 600 kilometers. Train has covered 120 kilometers. So the rest is 600 minus 120 is 480. So the rest of the distance of 480 kilometers is covered by the car at the speed of y kilometers per hour. So the time taken by the car is 480 divided by y. Now it's given that in the first instance it takes 8 hours for a 600 kilometer journey. So 120 by x plus 480 by y is equal to 8. This is equation 1. Now in the second instance, 200 kilometer is done by train at the speed of x kilometers per hour. So time taken by the train is 200 by x. Now rest of the journey is done by car. So 600 minus 200 is 400. So 400 kilometer is done by the car at a speed of y kilometers per hour. So time taken by the car is 400 by y. Now it's given that in the second instance, the journey takes 20 minutes more. 20 minutes is converted to hours. We know that 60 minutes is 1 hour. So 20 minutes is 20 by 60 hours, which is nothing but 1 by 3 hours. So it takes 1 by 3 hours more now. Earlier it took 8 hours. Now it takes 1 by 3 hours more. So the time in the second instance is 8 plus 1 by 3, which is nothing but 25 by 3. So 200 by x plus 400 by y is equal to 25 by 3. This is the second equation. Now subtracting equation 2 from equation 1, we get y is equal to 80. The calculation is given here. Now we know that y is equal to 80. Let's substitute the value of y in equation 1. Substituting the value of y in equation 1 and solving, we get x is equal to 60. Now we are asked to find the ratio of speed of the train to that of the car. Now speed of the train is x kilometers per hour. So speed of the train is 60 kilometers per hour. Speed of the car is y kilometers per hour and we have found out that y is 80. So ratio of the speed of the train to that of the car is 60 is to 80 and on simplifying we get 3 is to 4. So ratio of speeds of train to that of the car is 3 is to 4. So the correct answer is option C, 3 is to 4. A man completes a journey in 10 hours. He travels the first half of the journey at the rate of 21 kilometers per hour and the second half at the rate of 24 kilometers per hour. Find the total journey in kilometers. You are given 4 options here and you have to find out which of these options is the correct one. So here we are asked to find the total journey in kilometers. Now it's given that the man completes the journey in 10 hours. So time is 10 hours. We are supposed to find the total journey in kilometers. So let the total journey be x kilometers. We know that time is equal to distance divided by speed. Now it's given that he travels the first half of the journey at the rate of 21 kilometers per hour. So total journey is x kilometers. First half of the journey means x by 2 kilometers. So distance is x by 2 kilometers and speed is 21 kilometers per hour for the first half of the journey. So time taken for the first half of the journey is x by 2 divided by 21. Now second half is covered at the rate of 24 kilometers per hour. So distance is x by 2 and speed is 24 kilometers per hour. So time taken for the second half is x by 2 divided by 24. Now it's given that the total time taken is 10 hours. So x by 2 divided by 21 plus x by 2 divided by 24 is equal to 10. On solving this, we get x is equal to 224 kilometers. So the total journey is 224 kilometers. The correct answer is option B, 224 kilometers. A man on tour travels the first 160 kilometers at 64 kilometers per hour and the next 160 kilometers at 80 kilometers per hour. What is the average speed for the first 320 kilometers of the tour? Here you are given 4 options and you have to find out which of these options is the correct one. So here you are asked to find the average speed for the first 320 kilometers of the tour. We know the formula for average speed is equal to total distance covered divided by total time taken. Now we know the total distance covered is 320 kilometers. But we do not know the total time taken. So if we find the total time taken, then we can find the average speed easily. Now we know that time is equal to distance divided by speed. Now it's given that the man travels the first 160 kilometers at 64 kilometers per hour. So time taken here is 160 divided by 64. He travels the next 160 kilometers at 80 kilometers per hour. So the time taken here is 160 divided by 80 hours. So the total time taken is 160 divided by 64 plus 160 divided by 80, which is nothing but 9 by 2 hours. Now we know the total distance covered is 320 kilometers and total time taken is 9 by 2 hours. So let's substitute these values in the formula here. So now we get average speed is equal to 320 divided by 9 by 2. On solving this, we get average speed is equal to 71.11 kilometers per hour. So the correct answer is option C, 71.11 kilometers per hour. A man walks 6 kilometers at a speed of 1.5 kilometers per hour, runs 8 kilometers at a speed of 2 kilometers per hour, and goes by bus another 40 kilometers. The speed of the bus is 8 kilometers per hour. Find the average speed of the man in kilometers per hour. Here you are given 4 options and you have to find out which of these options is the correct one. So here you are asked to find the average speed of the man in kilometers per hour. We know the formula for average speed. Average speed is equal to total distance covered divided by total time taken. So let's find the total distance covered. Here it's given the man walks 6 kilometers, runs 8 kilometers and goes by bus for another 40 kilometers. So the total distance is 6 plus 8 plus 40, which is 54 kilometers. Now let's find the total time taken. We know that time is equal to distance divided by speed. Here it's given the man walks 6 kilometers at a speed of 1.5 kilometers per hour. 1.5 is nothing but 1.5. So the speed is 1.5 kilometers per hour. So the time here is 6 divided by 1.5. The man runs 8 kilometers at a speed of 2 kilometers per hour. So the time here is 8 divided by 2. And he goes by bus for another 40 kilometers where the speed of the bus is 8 kilometers per hour. So the time taken here is 40 divided by 8. So the total time taken is 6 by 1.5 plus 8 by 2 plus 40 by 8. On solving this, we get total time taken as 13 hours. Now we know that the total distance covered is 54 kilometers and total time taken is 13 hours. So let's substitute these values in this formula for average speed. So now we have average speed is equal to 54 divided by 13, which is nothing but 4 2 by 13 kilometers per hour. So the correct answer is option B, 4 2 by 13. A man whose speed is 4.5 kilometers per hour in still water rose to a certain upstream point and back to the starting point in a river which flows at 1.5 kilometers per hour. Find his average speed for the total journey. Here you are given 4 options and you have to find out which of these options is the correct one. So here you are asked to find the average speed of the man for the total journey. Now, since the distance traveled is the same, that is, he travels for the same distance upstream and downstream, we know that when distance is the same, the formula for average speed is 2xy divided by x plus y. Here, x is the man's downstream speed and y is the man's upstream speed. Now let's find the values of x and y. Then if we know the values of x and y, we can easily find the value of the average speed. Now it's given that the speed of the man in still water is 4.5 kilometers per hour. Speed of the river is 1.5 kilometers per hour. Now when the man goes downstream, his speed will be assisted by the speed of the river. So the man's downstream speed will be 4.5 plus 1.5, which is 6 kilometers per hour. When the man goes upstream, he has to go against the speed of the river. So the speed, his speed in upstream will be 4.5 minus 1.5, which is 3 kilometers per hour. So now we know the value of x as 6 kilometers per hour and y as 3 kilometers per hour. Let's substitute these values in the formula here. So now we have average speed is equal to 2 multiplied by 6 multiplied by 3 divided by 6 plus 3. On solving this, we get the average speed as 4 kilometers per hour. So the correct answer is option D, 4 kilometers per hour. A person goes to his office at 1/3 of the speed at which he returns from his office. If the average speed during the whole trip is 12 kilometers per hour, what is the speed of the person while he was going to his office? So here you are given 4 options and you have to find out which of these options is the correct one. So here you are asked to find the speed of the person while he was going to the office. Now it's given that a person goes to his office at 1/3 of the speed at which he returns from his office. Here we do not know the speed at which he returns from his office. So if we consider the speed at which he returns from the office as v, then he goes to the office at 1/3 of v, that is v by 3. But if if one speed is v and the other speed is v by 3, we get a fraction here and calculation will become a little lengthy. So what we'll do is we'll take the speed while returning as 3v. Then 1/3 of 3v is v. So the speed while going to office is v. So now we have 3v and v, which will be easier to solve. So if the speed while returning is 3v, then while going to the office, the person goes at 1/3 of this speed, which is v. Now it's given that the average speed is 12 kilometers per hour. Now the person goes to his office and returns from his office. So the distance covered is the same. So when the distance covered is the same, we know the formula for average speed is 2xy divided by x plus y. Here x is the speed while going to the office and y is the speed while returning from the office. We know that x is equal to v and y is equal to 3v. Also we know that the average speed is 12 kilometers per hour. So substituting all these values in the formula, we get 12 is equal to 2 multiplied by v multiplied by 3v divided by v plus 3v. On solving this, we get v is equal to 8 kilometers per hour. So the man's speed while going to the office is 8 kilometers per hour. So the correct answer is option C, 8. A man takes 6 hours 15 minutes in walking a distance and riding back to the starting place. He could walk both ways in 7 hours 45 minutes. What is the time taken by him to ride both ways? You are given 4 options here and you have to find out which of these options is the correct one. So here you are asked to find what is the time taken by the man to ride both ways. Now it's given he could walk both ways in 7 hours 45 minutes. So time taken in walking both ways is 7 hours 5 minutes. This is equation 1. It's also given the man takes 6 hours 15 minutes in walking a distance and riding back to the starting place. So time taken in walking one way and riding back is 6 hours 15 minutes. This is equation 2. Now let's multiply equation 2 with 2. Then you will get time taken for walking both ways and riding both ways. But what we are required to find is the time taken by the man to ride both ways. So let's subtract the time taken in walking both ways from the new equation. Then we'll get the time taken by the man to ride both ways. Hope you have understood this. So first we have to multiply equation 2 with 2 and subtract equation 1 from the new equation. Then we'll get the time taken by the man to ride both ways. So time taken by the man to ride both ways is equal to equation 2 multiplied by 2 is 12 hours 30 minutes. Minus equation 1, which is 7 hours 45 minutes. So time taken by man to ride both ways is equal to 12 hours 30 minutes minus 7 hours 45 minutes, which is nothing but 4 hours 45 minutes. So the time taken by the man to ride both ways is 4 hours 45 minutes. So the correct answer is option C, 4 hours 45 minutes. Rakesh is traveling on his cycle and has calculated to reach point A at 2 p.m. if he travels at 10 kilometers per hour. He'll reach there at 12 noon if he travels at 15 kilometers per hour. At what speed must he travel to reach A at 1 p.m.? You are given 4 options here and you have to find out which of these options is the correct one. So here you are asked to find at what speed must Rakesh travel to reach point A at 1 p.m. Now it's given that Rakesh travels at 10 kilometers per hour and reaches point A at 2 p.m. If he travels at 15 kilometers per hour, then he can reach point A at 12 noon. So the difference in the time here is 2 hours. Now we do not know the distance traveled by Rakesh. So let the distance traveled by Rakesh be x kilometers. We know that time is equal to distance divided by speed. Now, in the first instance, Rakesh travels x kilometers at a speed of 10 kilometers per hour. So the time taken is x by 10 hours. In the second instance, Rakesh travels x kilometers at 15 kilometers per hour. So the time taken here is x divided by 15 hours. Now the difference in these two timings is 2 hours. So x by 10 minus x by 15 is equal to 2. On solving this, we get x is equal to 60 kilometers. So the distance traveled by Rakesh is 60 kilometers. Now time taken to travel 60 kilometers at 10 kilometers per hour is 60 by 10, which is 6 hours. So Rakesh will take 6 hours to cover 60 kilometers at 10 kilometers per hour and reach point A at 2 p.m. This means that Rakesh started 6 hours before 2 p.m. That is, he started at 8 a.m. Now we are asked to find the speed at which he must travel to reach point A at 1 p.m. So if Rakesh starts at 8 a.m. and he has to reach point A at 1 p.m., then he has to travel only for 5 hours. Now we know that speed is equal to distance upon time. We know that distance is 60 and now the time is 5 hours. So speed is equal to 60 divided by 5, that is 12 kilometers per hour. So Rakesh has to travel at a speed of 12 kilometers per hour to reach point A at 1 p.m. So the correct answer is option C, 12 kilometers per hour. Viewers, please go through this video till you have understood the concept. Practice more such problems to increase your speed and also to be perfect with the concept. Please do watch all our videos on the topic trains. If you have liked this video, please like, subscribe and share this video. Thank you.